Here I am.
Woo! Woo! They going shirtless for the episode. Woo!
That's right. I am. I'm going shoulders and
You must be
arms.
feeling a certain type of way.
I'm going shoulders. I'm going shoulders and arms today, man. Tonight.
Oh
Don't even,
man, did you
don't
do
even,
you want to do some push-ups real quick, man?
I have to. I'm about to do a plank.
This guy.
I'm
Oh,
gonna do a plank on my desk.
this guy. They call him Jay.
That's right.
Let's
I'm
all
like,
right. I think cameraman is defaulting, so that's good. So we're already picking it up.
all right.
Let me get this angle right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. Proof of concept in the building. So shit, now I actually have to build this thing, but it makes it a lot easier when someone pays you 5K to make something. That's fucking awesome. Like,
It's beautiful.
dude, speed is my new thing. I'm not super good at it because it's like counter to how I've normally approached things.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
I mean, hey.
Simple as that. I'll believe it when I see it.
Hey man, I'm here for a reason. So, is it perfect yet? No, of course not. Have I become my best self? No, not even close. But I am progressively getting closer, and once I get over that edge, then you already know there's sky's the limit. Okay, so boom, got that.
Who gonna stop me, huh? Who gonna stop me?
That guy lost his fucking mind, man.
Sure did.
All right, so here, let me put on airplane mode because the wife is blowing my phone up right now. Up by Ashley's house. Good, perfect. Stay your ass right where you're at. Okay, airplane mode. All right. Are you still good to record tomorrow morning as well? Say yes.
Why did I tell you I was good to record tomorrow morning? I don't
You
think
did.
I did. I don't think I did. I think you're trying
Well, I'm holding you to it.
I think you're trying to bullshit me.
Actually, I have a text message if you really want to go there.
All right, let's take a look at it. Afternoons on tomorrow. Oh, yeah, Thursday morning. Okay, fine.
Ha! So there's that. All right, let me got the episode pulled up. So we'll drop this one tonight, and then tomorrow we can dive in and ideally knock out another 2. I've broken the next 3 episodes into like a 3-parter where it's like 21 tips to boost your e-commerce sales with email marketing. So we'll do 7 each one, and it'll be like a countdown, so we can kind of build up hype as we get closer and closer. And then, as I mentioned, we definitely need to do a webinar.
Like keep talking. We're not gonna be able to do this one. We only get 18 minutes.
This fucking guy.
Like I said, I believe it. Let's go. Speed. Ready? You ready to go? We'll be talking until 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll be doing both together. You want me to speed you up now or speed you up after we record? while we're recording.
I hate you so much, man.
No, you do. You hate me, but you love me. All right, ready? Here we go.
All right, boom.
Welcome to another episode of the Email Marketing Insiders. I'm one of your hosts, Jason Webb, along with the star of the show, Mike Ayo. Hey, Mike.
Jay, what's going on, man?
We are about to teach all of you online entrepreneurs the expert strategies that you need to become expert online entrepreneurs. Right, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Definitely want to dive in and really drop some, some useful knowledge for our listeners out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Specifically focusing on what niche, Mike?
Well, right now we're focusing on e-commerce. So if you have online products, if you have an online Shopify, BigCommerce, Magento, fill in the blank store, and you are selling your products online, maybe you have a physical location and you're selling your products online as well. These next few episodes are really dedicated to you to help you sell more of your products and do it with email. So you can obviously generate more sales, but really automate it and save time at the same time.
So listen up, people. And if you're not e-commerce, there might be some nuggets here. Mike, would you agree that other folks can use, even if they're not necessarily selling e-commerce, but maybe something else online that's similar? Might be some crossover, right?
Oh, yes, of course. The beauty of, I mean, whether you're selling specific products online or, other things online, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's packaged services, maybe it's information products,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're still selling something. And if you're an online entrepreneur, then this is the type of stuff that can definitely help you and help you take your business to the next level. So that's the whole idea. But a big part of why I wanted to really zero in on e-commerce is, a lot of our listeners are in the e-commerce industry, right? I get emails all the time, LinkedIn messages all the time, Facebook messages all the time. And a lot of you listeners apparently are selling products online. So, hey, that's why we're doing this.
Absolutely. So let's take this episode to a next level. Mike, let's jump right in here.
All right, let's dive in. So this episode is called How Big Brands Like Amazon Use Email Marketing to Boost Their E-commerce Sales.
Right.
Now, before we really dive into the meat of the episode, I do want to do a quick shout out. And, I'd like to start incorporating this into each episode that we do and just, show love to some of the people that do reach out to us and as listeners to our show. So I'd like to, shout out Regina. She reached out to me on LinkedIn and, really explained how much she enjoys our episodes. She is an e-commerce store owner. So, hey, Regina, this is dedicated to you. And, she was talking about how, some of the different automation tactics that we teach are, have really motivated her with her own hair supply sales and some of the things that she's doing on that end. So, Regina, I'm assuming you're listening right now. And I do want to thank you for the feedback, and I encourage you to keep listening. And Mr. or Miss listener out there, I encourage you, hey, send us emails, send us messages. I read each one, and maybe you'll get a shot at it as well.
Right.
All
Hello, Regina.
So let's dive in, right? So here's the thing. When it comes to email marketing, especially, any type of marketing tactic that you see online, the problem is there's so much information out there, right? How many blogs, how many videos, how many podcasts, how much crap is out there with different shiny object tactics and different things going on. It can be overwhelming, and it's difficult to figure out, hey, what should I pay attention to, right? What can be applicable to my business? How do I know that this works versus that, right? So, that's why I wanted to really take some time with this episode to talk about some of the things that some of the big online retailers are doing, the specific things that they're doing. So that way, you, the listener, can leverage that and, have some confidence that it'll work for you.
All right.
So let's kick it off with, everybody's, favorite online retailer, the largest online retailer in the world. And, close to 15% of all online retail sales goes through the big boy, Big Daddy, Amazon themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing about them is, they are the masters of testing and innovation. They get 1 million hits a day. So they're constantly running, different tests and trying to maximize the things that they do. So you can really gather a lot by picking and choosing some specific tactics from them. So again, what they have, something like 237 million customers, active. And that was, that data is a couple years old now. So that's probably a lot bigger than that now. Right? So with that being said, back in 2013, they spent close to $6.5 billion on research and development, testing different tactics. And one of the things that they walked away with that I want you to walk away with is a really powerful email tactic. So now that I've hyped it up and
lowered your voice a little bit.
Right, lowered the voice a little bit. Folks, by the way, if you're listening to the podcast, Jay's over here in his tank top. So gotta love it. It's
hot in Boston.
It's hot in Boston. I have as a Floridian, I have a hard time hearing that and imagining that, but hey, I guess it's true. So if you're listening to the podcast, I encourage you to check out the YouTube video version of this as well, so you can see this guy and and put a smile on your face. But that being said, let's take it back to Amazon and their most powerful email marketing tactic. What is it? Behavior-based personalized emails. Yeah. So what they do, and again, it's incredibly powerful. Once you create an account with Amazon, they're tracking every single thing that you do on their website, every single thing. And based on what you look at, the actions that you take, how active that you are on the site, they send you automated emails that are incredibly relevant to you. And, anybody, if you shop on Amazon now, or Jay, in your case, your wife, she gets emails like this now. The beauty of using these behavior-based personalized emails is they are still automated, right? It's not like, Amazon has an army of monkeys, watching everything that everybody does and manually sending out broadcasts based on what they see. No, right? It's automated. So, you, Mr. Business Owner, Miss Business Owner, you can do the same thing and build this. And in our last episode, I talked about some of the best email marketing services for this sort of thing. And that's why you want to look at a service like a Klaviyo or an ActiveCampaign, or to an extent, a Drip or a MailChimp, right? Because here's, you can emulate something like this, right? So let's talk about how Amazon actually uses this. So, Jay, I know you're not big on, Amazon. You mentioned that your wife is really big on that in the last episode, but do you recall receiving emails from Amazon based on things that you looked at on the website?
Likely, yeah, absolutely. I've obviously purchased things on Amazon, and I've definitely gotten emails from them regarding those purchases for sure.
Yep. So what Amazon actually does is, again, once you've created an account, they're literally tracking everything that you do, including the specific website URLs that you visit. So when you visit certain categories, right, they know what categories you're interested in. Certain products, they know what products that you're interested in. So one of the emails that they send is a browsing history email, right? And with an email like this, let's say I am looking at electronics products, right? And I don't even have to check out. I don't even have to add it to my cart, right? Because I have an account with Amazon and because they're tracking my movements and what I'm looking at, they send me an automated email with, electronics deals. Now, how relevant is that?
Yeah, you talk about personalization, that epitomizes it.
Right? I mean, this is what smart marketing looks like in 2018, folks, right? Really hyper personalized, hyper segmented. You're looking at makeup, you're looking at clothing, you're looking at electronics. Amazon knows all of this. And based on that, they send me browsing history based emails to encourage me to go back to that category, pick something, and check it out.
So you're saying that obviously the people in our audience and ourselves included aren't Amazon, but there are tools that you had mentioned in the last episode that will enable us to do something like that, like browsing history, if we have these certain links on our websites or in our shopping carts, whatever.
Yeah, correct. If you use one of the more advanced email service providers, you can actually, again, that once you have someone's email, right, they have to be on your email list for this sort of thing to work. It doesn't work if they're just cold. Mm-hmm. You can do paid ad retargeting based on that, but that's something for another episode. In this case, once they're on your list, again, you can track their movement and you can segment them based on the pages that they visited, right? Or tag them, right? So, in the case of maybe the information marketer, right? Based on the blog post or the page, video, right? Whatever someone shows interest in, you can actually trigger an email based on that.
Got it.
Right? Digital marketers really good at that. I didn't when I was first getting started, they were doing it to me a few years ago. I had no clue what the hell was going on. I was like, wow, This is crazy. I was just looking at a post on email marketing, and then I just so happened to get this email about email marketing. Wow.
Right.
What's going on here? That's how they do it. Right? So
nice.
they're applying a tag based on what you have shown interest in, and then once the tag is applied, you're back in kind of standard email automation mode where you can have your emails come out and be triggered, whether it's a one-off, whether it's multiple emails. Now it's behavior based, it's hyper segmented, hyper relevant, and that's what people want right now. Right. So that is one thing that Amazon does incredibly well, and that is something that really anybody can implement in their own business, but e-commerce especially. If you are selling products online and you have either multiple categories or even just multiple products, right, based on what someone looks at, market more to them, market them more products in that category. Right. So that's one of the, go ahead.
And the contents of those emails should be what? Just showing them items that they may be interested in, items that are on sale or discounts and that type of thing, or?
Well, you have some options there, right? That depends on what your goal is, right? If you're e-commerce focused, then hey, you can send them a personalized sale, right, around that category. Hey, I know that you were looking at these electronics products. Hey, here's one of our top sellers with 15% off coupon. Right? I mean, that's pretty relevant, right? Or, again, if you sell hair products and someone was looking at a specific type of, say, weave, right? And then you send them some of the different bundle options that you have, then hey, boom, that's relevant automated email.
Right. Okay.
So that's how that can be implemented. Now, that's one thing they do well. Another thing they really do well is customized upsell emails. Right. So once someone purchases a product, they automatically trigger follow-up email based on that purchase. So again, we'll go back to electronics, right? Hey, you just bought this TV, right? After they send you the customer, it's being shipped, so on, et cetera, you get an email with accessories for your TV. Different things that, people that bought that normally buy this. Hey, this goes along well with that. So, you just bought this Samsung email, boom. Hey, here comes a Samsung smart bar that goes along well with it. Right. So that's the custom upsell email. Those are hyper relevant. That's something that, again, anybody can use, but especially e-commerce. If someone buys something from your store, then sell them more. It's way easier to sell someone that has already purchased than it is to sell someone new. So if someone buys something, by all means, have some upsell emails that go to them to sell them either products that go along with it, or replacement, or like next step products.
Right. Complementary products.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And then the another thing that Amazon does really well that, again, is absolutely powerful for anyone in e-commerce is the review email, right? So let's say someone makes a purchase, right? They get their, hey, it's being shipped. They get their, maybe a targeted upsell email or two, right? Then they get an email that says, hey, tell us about your experience with this product. Click here and leave a review.
Right.
And that's how they build up these, big, huge amount of reviews. And so again, hey, if you're getting started now and you're looking to build up your social proof on your website, and your e-commerce store, you want to show how, the experience that people are having with your products. Again, automate that. Someone just bought this, boom, they get an automated review email that encourages them to go to your site and leave a review. Do you want it on Google Reviews? Do you want it on your Facebook page? Do you want it on, Yotpo? There's all kind of different things that you can do. You just tell people where you want them to leave that review.
Yeah, it also keeps them engaged too. Maybe they come back and they end up buying something else.
Exactly. that's and that also can help minimize the your returns, and help you kind of catch people in the act of things. Hey, here's your opportunity to review. Did you have a good experience with this? Yes, cool. Leave your review here. No, boom. You can get routed to a customer service or some sort of a help desk. Back when I was working with different hotels and helping them optimize some of their marketing processes, that was a huge thing, was reputation management, and how they were able to control what people were seeing, right? So hey, boom, you just checked out, you get this email. Hey, did you have a good stay? Yes or no? Yes, cool. Go to TripAdvisor and leave a review. Go to Google and leave a review. No, boom, gets routed to the GM before they can go to your site and say something bad.
That's right.
So again, that's literally just an automated email that you can use, and it's not something that has to be done manually.
Awesome. Good stuff.
So there is that.
Well, I know I've learned a lot today.
Well,
even though I'm not in a in e-commerce, I'm not selling anything with shopping carts or anything. But even what as I'm looking at or listening to you talk and advise on things that e-commerce people can do, I can certainly assimilate some of that for my software and Follow-Up Fuel. So I think it's extremely helpful. Because I can envision me, as people are on the website or even in the application, using some sort of the same link techniques that maybe, let's say, for instance, somebody looks at an email template or something, maybe a particular category of emails within Follow-Up Fuel, and I can send them an email specifically around that, maybe some education, maybe another template that maybe they didn't see, maybe a new template that we just added. There's all different types of things that can be applicable for that as well. And I know there's a couple of other things that you want to talk about with these strategies around email, around e-commerce and personalization, and you probably just pick that up on another episode.
Yeah, or what we'll do is we'll make this a multi-part episode, right? So this part, we've covered the issue, we've talked about some of the things that Amazon does, and then in the next part of this video episode, we will go into strategies that Finish Line and Bonobos use. So that way we can pick up where we left off and still deliver value. We may leave this banter in, we may cut it out. We'll see how it goes.
What banter? We were bantering?
Well, whatever the appropriate term for this is.
All right. Well, Mike, again, I'm walking away smarter than I came in as a result of your advice and wisdom. So I thank you for that. I'm sure you'll get more Reginas in the audience that will be thanking you as well. And that's it, everybody. Cue the music. Thanks, Mike.
All right. See you next time.
Bye, everybody. Bye. All right. I gotta go. Sorry. I'm an on time brother. I don't like that. I don't like my trains don't run late.
This guy. All right. Well, we'll talk tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.